Hello there, YouTube. This is Wheelchair21, and this is another rolling review. This time it will be the Power Rangers MegaForce Megazord figure line for Gosei Great, Gosei Grand, and Gosei Ultimate. These are pretty much the generic types of the RetroFires. This is the evolution in the series. They're now just called Megazord action figures. And as you can see, they have like this super deformed body. Not with the SD kind of head, but it's just very weird. It's deformed, it's malformed, it looks humane, it's anime-like. They're pretty cool by design alone, and their points of articulation have increased since their initial start back in the RPM line. Now, for Gosei Great, first off, he has several points of articulation in the wrists, in each of the toes, the knees, the elbows, the shoulders, the hips, and the thighs. Basic points, such as I stated. The joints are quite tight on this one for some reason. It's usually one side is tight, the other is not. It's a basic generic flaw with all the figures. The wrists are always tight once first opening them or having them in hand in general. Now, the cool parts about this are it really does feature almost all the designs that Gosei Great has, the actual suit, in this new scale of body. The only flaws with it are really just minor paint apps are missing, mostly in the feet usually. That seems to be generic lately. That it does not have certain paint apps like in the eyes where it should have them for both the headers. And that's the thing that kind of sucks, is also because Gosei or MegaForce used the header gimmick of the Megazords. The heads don't pop off really as good as they should, or they shouldn't pop off altogether. I mean, they kind of are all pegged in on peg joints, the wrists at least, so you can have those come off. The feet are screwed in because they're the entire toe joint, and the shoulders are kind of in the way. That's kind of the flaws, is you can't really emulate the header attacks. The shoulders kind of are hindered because they're really hard plastic static pieces, so you don't really get to have full movement with them. So that's as far as they can go. And the fact is, the wing parts can come off, and they tend to fall off quite a bit, because it's just a suction peg joint. But overall, I just really like the design. I've always liked Gosei Great as a suit design, as a mecha design, because it reminds me a lot of Voltron. And it's just a personal favorite of mine. And I don't see the hate towards this series mecha, except for the series it's generically in. Now, it comes with an awesome Ranger card. This is a promo type. It's cool, great to have, great to own. And honestly, it's great to have just to go with your Gosei Morpher. Now, since the only two I have still with their packaging and still with their cards, since I put my Gosei Grand in the binder already, I'll go right to Ultimate so I can display his card. Now, Ultimate is the third mecha they get, and is technically the final until they got Gosei Jet, Gosei Wonder. Gosei Ultimate is pretty much an awesome space fortress that, you know, they can pilot with Gosei. As you can see, it's kind of like his face is put on here. It's really nice and etched in. This one, I think, is the best out of the entire series. And I'll go to the second best next, which is Gosei Great. Gosei Grand. The fact with Ultimate is, he has the starship design, he has these awesome double blades, and he just has a nice fluid flow with his articulation. There's nothing really hindering him. And he just has the most wonderful design. Compared to his show counterpart, compared to his toy counterpart, to which it's overly hefty, fat, and such, they made him so anime-esque that he looks like he was created by Sunrise. And he's a Brave. He looks like he's one of the Braves from, like, Gao Gaiga or Dagwan. I can't even remember a lot of the older ones. I think Goldron is another one. And it just is an amazing figure. I like it. I kind of wish there was a little bit more etching and detail put onto him, but you give what you get. You can give and take with what you get. And the cool part about it is, his little twin sabers still become the bow and arrow. Yeah. that's pretty damn neat. It becomes the double-bladed weapon. And it can actually be used as a bow. And one thing I've noticed is I don't think it can fit actually in Gosei Great. So that's one of its only few flaws. Last off I have to show is Gosei Grand. Now Gosei Grand was the first one I got. I got it way before I even purchased Gosei Great and the Gosei Ultimate Megazords. I had thrown out its packaging, I put its card in its binder, and I haven't taken it out since. This figure is a great display piece because, first off, Gosei Knight, or Robo Knight, is usually the highlight of the show. He was probably one of everyone's favorite characters. And atop that, he was an awesome lion. He became the head of his own mecha, and he was just a beasting brawler like of a Robo. And the cool part about it is he doesn't have really any weapon accessories, nor did the mecha have in general. But the fact of the matter is, he is sculpted a little bit better than the rest of his counterparts in the series, just because he has a better fluent flow of his articulation. He actually moves more humane-like. He can actually move his shoulders, and there's just a lot more humanistic flow with the character overall in this form, rather than the actual mecha or suit form, compared to also Gosei Great, Gosei Ultimate, and such. The only problem I have with this line is we did not get a Wonder repaint of Gosei Great with, a different head sculpt, different paint sculpt, different headers all around. I think they just, were cut for time, cut for cost, and they had to market out the RetroFire original MMPR Megazord, or Dino Megazord as it's called now, Daijujin, for you Sentai fans out there. And it was one thing that kind of irked me. I always liked Wonder. It was one of my favorites. These figures go for anywhere from $8.99 to $12.99 in stores. They're great to have. Some of these 3 figures are still shelf warming in some stores. They're still able to be purchased. So grab them while you still can, because sooner or later you already have the Legendary Megazord floating on the shelves, and you'll eventually see the new Q-Rex coming out most likely, most definitely. So try to get these before they're gone. I think they're worth having. They're great display pieces. They're just awesome. They're just really wonky, but you come to love them as time goes on. And because of the points of articulation has increased, it's a plus for this entire figure line. So this has been my review for them. I recommend them. They're cheap to afford. They're easy to find. And you can still probably get these off of Amazon. You can find me here on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Hirotaku, and its plentiful podcast on Raijo Nihon. And I'll see you next time with another rolling review and/or Doyle's TVDs.